I want to talk about the Canelo Alvarez fight. This is the aftermath for that fight, man. I want to talk about what happened in the fight and talk about what the fighter should do next. But I'm gonna go to the fight first. Um, I thought it was a great fight, man. To me, it was a great fight. I really enjoyed the fight. That's why I said I was gonna look at the fight, man. I cannot look at two elite fighters not fighting, especially when they fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? You just have as a boxing supporter, you have to tune in and watch that, man. I like boxing, man. I'm gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who the promoter is, what station they playing on, or nothing like that. But congratulations to Canelo Alvarez. He fought a great fight, man. He stayed in the pocket most of the night. I did see what Golovkin was trying to do because the game. I think the game plan was to use the jab. Don't go after Canelo because you didn't want to chase him. You didn't want to chase Canelo. So do not go after Canelo in a way to you have to chase him. Make him come to you. So he was trying to make the counterpuncher come to him. I didn't think Golovkin was going to do it the whole fight, though. I really didn't. I thought he was going to do it for like 3 or 4 rounds, and then I thought Golovkin was going to start coming forward. Because at one point, I think like round 6 or 7, I was like, okay, Golovkin, it's time for you to go forward now. It's time for you to come because I seen Canelo starting to get tired. And now they both got tired again. But this fight right here was higher pace. This to me, it looked like it. And I ain't see the copy box punch stats and nothing like that. But it looked like this fight was fought at a higher pace, more energy. Well, maybe it just looked that way because they were right there in front of each other. But it looked like it was a higher pace fight. In my opinion, it looked like a higher pace fight. I don't know from other people's standpoint or the copy box standpoint, maybe it wasn't, but from my standpoint, it was. But it was a great fight, man. The I think Golovkin. Now, some people can say that they thought that Canelo had ring generalship. I thought both of them controlled distance because they both landed a lot of punches on each other. They both was making each other miss. Now Canelo was making Golovkin miss a little bit more because Canelo is a little slicker than if you want to say he's a little more elusive than Golovkin. Golovkin is more his upper body is more stiff. You know what I'm saying? So Canelo is his being at the waist is a little bit more smoother. But I thought they both kind of controlled what they wanted to. I thought they both did what they wanted to do. Canelo did not want to give up any ground, and I think Golovkin wanted Canelo to lead. He wanted Canelo to lead because usually you want a counterpuncher to lead. You don't want a counterpuncher to sit there and be able to counter you all day. You want to see them. You want to see if you can take them out their comfort zone and make them lead. But I didn't think Golovkin was going to do it the whole fight. And I think that did hurt Golovkin by not going forward. Now, I don't think. Now, some people said that. I know Earl Spence said that in his interview, he said that Golovkin did not fight Mexican style. Now, this whole Mexican style thing, I don't know what people get this from, but people got it from Larry Merchant because back in the day, Larry Merchant used to say Mexican fighters want to take one, want to take three to land one. He really started talking about that with Chavez Senior, because Chavez Senior was quote unquote known as being a brawler, but Chavez Senior was a technical guy in the ring. Now he was a guy that threw a lot of punches. Once he got up on you and cut the ring off on you, he did go to the body and throw a lot of punches. But he was not a guy that was going to go out there that just threw a lot of punches just to be throwing a lot of punches. And I think people got that Mexican style stuff from Larry Merchant because there's a lot of Mexican fighters that are great boxers. Mikey Garcia, both of the Marquez brothers. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Mexican fighters back in the day. Salvador Sanchez. It's a lot of Mexican fighters that are great boxers, man. And people just think as Mexican fighters as being brawlers. I think that's taken way out of context. To me, I mean, you'll find some Mexican fighters that are brawlers. You'll find black fighters that are brawlers. You'll find black fighters that are brawlers, but they label the black fighters as being slick, and they label the Mexican fighters as being brawlers. That it look, Canelo. What is Canelo? Is Canelo a brawler? Canelo is a boxer, counterpuncher. So just because something is said over and over again doesn't make it true. And people caught up in this whole Mexican style. There's no such thing as Mexican style brawling and all that crazy stuff, man. But anyway, I thought Triple G, his game plan, Canelo all around. Yeah. Canelo is a really good boxer, but I just thought Triple G game plan was to make Canelo the lead. The lead. That's what you want to do with a counterpuncher, especially with a counterpuncher that is as fast and powerful as Canelo. Canelo is not only a fast counterpuncher, he can hurt you with those counters. Like he can hurt you with those counters. So you want to see him lead, but with Triple G's reputation of coming forward, I thought he stayed in that posture of being the matador too long. To me, he should at least on the back half of the fight, he should have changed up. He should have started going. He should start going forward and pushing Canelo back. Body shot. Yeah. I'm gonna say that too. Canelo threw some tremendous body shots. Triple G took those body shots well. He threw some tremendous. He was throwing uppercuts to the solar plex. Anybody that's been hit to the solar plex, I have been hit to the solar plex with an uppercut. Now I was sparring with a heavyweight, so that was the weight difference was a lot. But he hit me to the solar plex, man. You talking about can't breathe, shoot. But yeah, Canelo landed some tremendous body shots. Now, once again, Triple G didn't go to the body a lot. And now they can't have an excuse this time why they didn't go to the body because Canelo wasn't moving. Canelo wasn't moving a whole lot. Canelo wasn't going backwards a whole lot. So there was no, I mean, Triple G went to the body more than he did in the last fight, but he should have went to the body way more. And I'm going to say this. For 36 years old, Triple G was in tremendous shape because I'm going to tell you right now, anybody else getting hit with that many body shots by Canelo Alvarez, I don't think they finished the fight, man. That man was getting hit. And see, what people don't realize is when you get hit by a punch when you either throw a punch or right after you throw a punch and you get hit by a punch, you're not really expecting that type of punch. And it was a lot of times that Canelo was countering Triple G to the body. When Triple G was throwing a punch, Canelo would throw a punch to the body. And he will catch Triple G clean. And Triple G just, look, I know he's probably hurt today, though. He's probably feeling that stuff today because you really feel it the next day. Triple G probably really feeling those body shots now. He going to feel them for the next couple weeks because Canelo was digging to the body. Uppercut to the body, hooks to the body. And look, I give Canelo a lot of credit. That man stood there and fought, man. But see, I knew he was going to do that. I knew Canelo got a lot of pride. He got a lot of Mexican pride. And he was listening. He heard his Mexican fans when they said that you wasn't quote unquote fighting like how we fight. And another great Mexican boxer was Oscar De La Hoya. So this whole thing that all Mexican fighters are mostly brawlers. No, they not. They not mostly brawlers. In fact, they both demonstrated tremendous chins because they both was getting hit by tremendous uppercuts. And that's the worst punch to get hit by in boxing is an uppercut. Anybody that boxed before, I've boxed before, and the hardest punch to defend is a person that got a great uppercut. Abel Sanchez was giving Triple G terrible advice in the corner. He did the same when Gasset fought Usyk. I thought Abel Sanchez gave him good advice in the corner. Abel Sanchez was telling him to keep jabbing, and he was telling Triple G not to pull back out straight in a straight line from his punches. Because when Triple G was landing punches, he'll pull straight back. That's the worst thing in boxing. You can't pull straight back. You got to go off on an angle. You got to go off left or you got to go off right. You got to dip off to the right or dip off to the left. Because if you pull straight back, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna get hit. You're gonna get caught by punches, man. So he was telling Triple G, yeah, use your jab, stay low, and don't pull back after you punch. But when you in there in the ring and you're saying the bullets flying, man, you do what you got to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? So, but I thought it was a great fight though. He should have told him to go to the body. Yeah. That's what I said. I said that a few minutes ago. Triple G has no excuse why he did not go to the body because Canelo did not move a whole lot in this fight. Now they both got tired down the stretch. Now Triple G was tired, but Triple G can hide it more. He can hide when he's hurt. He can hide when he's tired. You see it. You see it. It's hard for Canelo to have a poker face when he's tired. Charlo not beating Triple G. I don't think Charlo is beating Triple G. Well, you see, that's a different fight. You know what I'm saying? Charlo is a little bit more. Charlo is more athletic than Canelo, so that will be a different fight for Triple G. But I mean, Triple G is 36 years old, and this was a brutal fight, man, especially to his body. The man, 36 years old. Now, how much did this fight take out of Triple G? That's the question. That's going to be the big question. How much did this fight take out of Triple G? Now, Canelo is still a young guy. Canelo only 28 years old. To me, Canelo never been in a this is the toughest fight Canelo's been in. Triple G has not been in a lot of tough fights, but Triple G has taken a lot of punches because that's Triple G. Triple G comes forward and he eats a lot of punches. So he's taking a lot of punches, and eventually the accumulation of punches catches up with you. And the man is 36 years old, so you know what I'm saying. So we can't say that how many fights he got left in him. I don't know how many fights he got left in him. Canelo would be a great, yeah, but I believe Canelo will beat Charlo, man, because I'm gonna tell you this: to be in that moment, to be out there in front of that crowd with all those people, Charlo has not. Now, I'm not saying he can't rise to the occasion, you know what I'm saying, because he's capable of rising to the occasion, but he never been in this moment. Canelo have way more experience than Charlo, especially in big fights too. He got more fights than him. He got more experience. He been in there with way better fighters. It's not even close. They on two stratospheres as far as resumes, as far as people they've been in the ring with. Now, you can look, and I picked Triple G to win the fight. I thought Triple G won the fight at least by 2 or 3 rounds. I thought he won the fight, but I'm not going to. My initial reaction was, man, Triple G won this fight, man. I was a little, because when the fight is over, you kind of like, is your first reaction like, man, Triple G won this fight. How can they take this fight from him? But when you step back and you understand what actually happened in the ring, you probably can go either way on who won the fight. But Charlo has not been in the ring with the guys that Canelo experience, or the guys Canelo been in the ring with. People. Hey, look, Canelo got one of the best resumes in boxing right now. He's been in there with Mayweather, Shane Mosley, Miguel Cotto, Austin Trout before Austin Trout started taking a lot of beatings. He's been in there with Laura. He's been in there with Triple G twice. You had Canelo 8-4 because some of those rounds was close. But see, this is my thing with close rounds, because there was some close rounds in there, and you could say either this, you could say right or wrong. But when a guy is a champion and there are close rounds, I give most of the close rounds to the champion, because to me, you have to come in there and take that belt from the champion. You gotta. I mean, that's how it used to be when I used to look at boxing back in the day. I'm still looking at boxing. But I'm saying, when I was watching boxing, the age old thing was you had to take it from it, and especially a respected lone champion like Golovkin. You know what I'm saying? You had to come in there and take it. And if y'all have a close round, the tie goes to the runner. The tie goes, not the runner per se, you know what I'm saying, run. I'm saying the tie goes to the champion, to me. When you have a close round, If it's real close, and they'll be like, man, I can't call that. Like some people on their scorecards, they said they had a couple even rounds. I can't have no even rounds, man. To me, it's no such thing as even rounds, especially when one guy's a champion. You got to get an even round to the champion, man. But if you had an A4, I mean, I respect that. This is true. That's exactly why Bottle Jack didn't beat. Yeah. That's why Bottle Jack didn't beat Stevenson, because it was a lot of rounds. It was close. Stevenson is the champion. The challenger has to come in there and show why he should dethrone the champion. The challenger has to come in there. If the challenger if the challenger fights the champion to a draw, that's why the champion keeps his belts, because the challenger did not show enough to get the belts. That's why, Triple G keeps his belt last in the last fight. But I thought Triple G won the last fight. You know what I'm saying? But, that's just my opinion. But 76 GGG was a bigger man and Canelo was pushing him. No. Yeah, Triple G is a bigger man, but Canelo wasn't pushing him back. The game plan was for them to make Canelo lead. That's why Triple G was going. That's what. And Triple G wasn't going all the way back. Triple G back never touched the ropes. So when a guy backs doesn't touch the ropes and he keeps the fight within punch range where he can land on you, and you can not land on him, but he can still land on you, like per se standing in punch range. Triple G was in punch range 90% of that fight, so he wasn't being pushed back because Canelo was pushing him back. He was trying to make Canelo lead. He wanted to be the counter puncher in this fight. He didn't want to have to chase Canelo around the ring. That's why he did that. So I hear a lot of people say that he pushed Triple G back. No. He didn't push Triple G back. Now I do give Canelo a lot of credit for standing there, staying in the pocket, standing at what I call that red zone. I call it a red zone when you're in the middle of the circle of the ring, and it's a perimeter where you go, and you don't go outside of that perimeter. Canelo did not go outside that perimeter. Hey, I get a man a lot of credit, man, but I think that's a mistake due to his fighting style. Yeah. It is a mistake because, see, nobody wants to see Golovkin beat a matador. We want to see Golovkin beat a bull. So if Golovkin is not the bull, you say, man, what's wrong with the bull? Even though Golovkin was doing his thing too. Golovkin was doing his. Now Golovkin was the bigger man, so people gonna look at him like you supposed to do your thing. See, it's perception. See, this is the same thing with Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler. You keep on looking at that fight, it gets closer and closer. Now I got Sugar Ray Leonard winning the fight. Some people got Marvin Hagler winning the fight. But what another thing that beat Marvin Hagler that Sugar Ray Leonard understood was Sugar Ray Leonard knew anything he did in the ring was going to be magnified. And if Hagler did not do what people expected him to do on the level that he was supposed to do it, that he was gonna have a hard time winning that fight. And judges are human beings like everybody else. If the smaller man does better, or if the smaller man can even what the bigger man is doing, the bigger man gonna be in trouble as far as those judges are concerned, because the perception is that Golovkin was supposed to come in there and stop him. I had Golovkin stopping him around 8. I thought Golovkin was gonna stop him around 8 or 9. And perception, man, perception sometimes become reality in some people's mind. After watching that last fight and seeing that Chin Canelo, I think Earl Spence should. Yeah, I told people that alone. I told people when people were talking about that De La Hoya want Spence to fight Canelo. Now Spence should take on that fight, because if you want to be great, you got to do what the great one's done. So yes, eventually you're gonna have to move up in weight, but Spence can't beat Canelo. One thing that I seen that Spence does and Canelo does, Spence likes to come forward, but he's not as strong as Triple G. He's not gonna come in there and walk Canelo down, not even close. Canelo is strong, and he has a chin. So yeah, Spence better stay away from Canelo. Well, don't stay away from him, fight him. I mean, fight him, compete. You never know what happens, but if Spence fight Canelo, I gotta pick Canelo in that fight. Like I said, y'all got to look at Canelo's resume. That man been in the ring with a lot of people. Canelo has a lot of experience in a lot of fights. What? Canelo got about like almost 50 fights. Don't Canelo got almost 50 fights, y'all? He got close to 50 fights, man. Cause when he fought Mayweather, he was already what? Was he at 40 when he fought Mayweather? You can blame Abel Sanchez and HBO for that. They made Triple G to be some out of brawl. Yeah, yeah. They made Triple G out to being a brawler. Yeah, and hey, that's what happens, man. Spence will eat Canelo body shots up. No, man. Look, I know Spence is a good fighter, man, but he has not had the experience at pro level that Canelo has had, and they are the same age. Y'all realize that they both are 28 years old. Canelo was 28. Canelo been around for a little while, but Canelo was only 28 years old. Canelo been in the ring with Mayweather, Mosley, Cotto, Laura, um, Alston Trout. He gave Alston Trout his first loss, and Triple G twice. And he been in the ring with some other good contenders. You tell me who Spence, how many really good fighters Spence been in the ring with. But the body work going to be, look, man. Yes, Earl Spence have great body work. I don't know how good his body work is going to be at 160 though. He has shown tremendous body work against guys that are 147. You see, weights matter. That's why they got weight classes, man. Y'all don't understand it. They got weight classes for a reason. They have a weight classes for a reason. His body shots may not be as effective on 160 pounders like a Canelo as they are on welterweights. We have to see how Earl Spence. We have to see how Earl Spence is at 154. Now he may jump over 154, but we will have to see how his body attack works at 154, and then we have to see how it works at 160. You have to carry. It's not guaranteed Earl Spence will carry his power up to 160. That's not a guaranteed thing. A lot of guys lose power as they go up. They're not like Phoenix Trinidad was not as dominant as far as power when he got to 160. Now he could still punch, but he was devastating at 147. Go look at Phoenix Trinidad's fights at 147. Look at Phoenix Trinidad's fights at 154. Now he was devastating at 154. He was really good at 150. His power was really good at 154, and he was good at 160. You see how your power diminishes as you go up. So, we'll have to see. So Canelo was at 50 fights. Okay. What? Spence is good. Yes, I agree. But Canelo is Canelo is on another level than Spence, man. At this point in their careers, Triple G took a lot out of Kell Brook when he fought. Yeah. Oh yeah, Triple G. He damaged Brook in just those few 5 or 6 rounds. If Brook teamed and throwing that towel, he would have ended Brook's career, man. I would dare to even say Spence get knocked out. Yeah, I would look. I seen it. Look, because I know a lot of people when somebody get knocked out, we tend to forget the whole totality of the fight before the knockout happened. And before the knockout happened, Kell Brook was landing some heavy heat on Earl Spence. Earl Spence is there to get hit because Earl Spence wanted to do damage on you. So when you want to do damage to somebody else, the way Spence want to do damage on someone else, you leave yourself open. That's why that's why I can appreciate Spence. I can't appreciate the young kid because he want to hurt you. So I appreciate his fighting style. His fighting style is friend friendly, but your greatest strength can also be your greatest weakness. You know what I'm saying? Against other fighters. That's why you have to fight different styles. That's why you always want to see great fighters or people that are projected to be great. You want to see them against different styles because it's going to be a style that is going to match up with your style, and you're not going to be as successful as you were with other styles. And Canelo is bigger. Canelo is going to be a bigger puncher at 160, I believe. So we will have to see. We will have to see when Earl Spence go up there, because he may carry his power up or he may not carry his power up. But we all know that Triple G got some decent power, really good power at 160. Triple G just got a tremendous chin. Anybody that fought Canelo yesterday would have got knocked out. Anybody that they would have fought Triple G yesterday would have got knocked out. The shit that they was landing. I mean, pardon my language. Earl Spence is not a big power. No. Earl Spence is a accumulation puncher. He's accumulation hard puncher. Yeah, I mean, I had this discussion with other people. Spence is not a concussive power puncher. He's not a heavy-handed power puncher. Now he is precise when he do land. He is precise in his punches, but he's not gonna hit you with one shot and just your body just start doing different things. No. I think Spence got too much chin and heart to get knocked out, but he doesn't be. I don't know, man. I don't know. Should clean the. I mean, yeah, he should. Spence should wait and. I mean, look, he can clean the 147-pound division out, and that's no walk in the park that he gonna. Some people just think that Spence is gonna walk through everybody at 147. He's not gonna walk. He's not gonna walk through everybody at 147. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry to break it to y'all. Spence is a good fighter. He's not a great fighter yet. He's not gonna walk through everybody at 147. This is not gonna happen. He could very well beat everybody at 147, but he's not gonna walk. And he could very well lose to. He could very well lose to Keith Thurman. He can very well lose to Sean Porter. He can lose to Terrence Crawford. Those guys are not at that level for no reason. Those guys can fight too, man. Right. Break you down with pressure. Yeah, I mean, very true. Now, a great fighter would be Canelo versus Jacob. View on that. Canelo versus Jacobs. I got Canelo beating Jacobs because one thing I'm gonna say about Jacobs, I didn't like the way he fought Triple G. I thought he was too cautious versus Triple G. I thought it was some moments against Triple G that Danny Jacobs could have did more, and I thought he was too cautious. I thought he was too defensive, and I thought he was just. It seemed like at the end of the fight that Danny Jacobs was just happy just to go 12 rounds. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, when you look at how Canelo fought Triple G yesterday, he was trying to win the fight. He was trying to knock out Triple G. He wasn't trying to go 12. What's his name was trying to go 12. Golovkin versus Saunders. See, that's a different fight for Golovkin. Saunders moved very well in the ring. Saunders can box. Saunders is underrated. He's going to give Demetrius Andrade a real go. I think Demetrius Andrade will win the fight, but he's going to get Demetrius Andrade a nice fight. Billy Joe Saunders versus Triple G, I think that may be a bad matchup for Triple G. Not saying that he can't knock out knock out Billy Joe Saunders, but he had a hard time tracking down Canelo in the first fight. And Saunders got way better legs than Canelo, man. That's a tough fight for Golovkin. You know what I'm saying? So who do you think would make a great even fight against Canelo? At 160, the Charlo brother. The Charlo brother will make a real good fight versus Canelo. But what I said about the Charlo brother is he doesn't have the experience that Canelo has. And he doesn't have experience with big fights like Canelo. I'm not saying he can't rise to the occasion, because he's talented, but to be at that level mentally, I don't know, man. But Canelo should be fighting the winner of Saunders and Demetrius Andrade, or he should be fighting the Charlo brother and let the Charlo brother get his shot at that title, man, because he is mandatory. And I believe in people fighting mandatories no matter what. If you're not going for unification, you got to fight your mandatory. Like I said with Earl Spence, I wasn't one of the ones that got on Earl Spence for fighting Ocampos, because that was his mandatory. And you want to hold on to your belt. Earl Spence did a lot to get that belt from Kell Brooks. He went over to Kell Brooks, country and got that belt. So he shouldn't lose that belt because people don't want to see him fight his mandatory. David versus Charlo. That's a good test, but I believe Charlo will knock out David Lemieux. David Lemieux have problems with guys that can move in the ring. We already seen. Even though this Charlo brother right here, he likes to come get you. So I don't know. Okay, it may be different because this Charlo brother right here likes to come get you. So and he's the bigger puncher. So, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he may put David Lemieux in the fight, seeing that he likes to come and get you, and David Lemieux like guys that stand in front of him. David Lemieux can punch, man. You stand in front of David Lemieux, you may get hurt. I'm serious. We seen how Golovkin fought David Lemieux. He stayed on that jab. He didn't stand in front of David Lemieux. He broke Lemieux down with that jab. Then he moved in and stopped Lemieux. So Lemieux is very dangerous, very very dangerous if you come and get him. Yes, but have to see Charlo prove it and not go 12 rounds. Yeah, Charlo has to prove it. Like I said, the Charlo brothers, I like the Charlo brothers, but a lot of they boisterous, trying to be boisterous the way they are. I can't say a lot of it is real because that whole thing with them and Jared Hurd said, now look, Jared Hurd and the Charlo brother that he supposed to be fighting at 154, they had some words, I guess, on social media. And if you're gonna be a real dude, when you see somebody, whatever you say on social media, you should be able to say it in front of their face. I mean, that's the type of person I am. But I'm not gonna say anything on social media because I'm from a different generation. I don't talk on social media. If I got something to say to you, I'm gonna say it to you in your face. I'm not gonna talk to you on Twitter or Instagram or nothing like that. To me, that's fake. I don't do that. But the first thing you say to Jared Hurd is, "Let's take a picture." You see what I mean? I like the Charlo twins, but I know some real dudes. I know real dudes who are when they say they tough, they're tough. Well, real dudes don't even say they're tough. Real dudes don't. I know real dudes, and if you say something to them, they got a problem with you. Because Jared Hurd proved he's no joke. Charlo, yeah. And see, and Jared Hurd said that the Charlo brothers kept on saying, "Man, we can't believe how big you are." And if you supposed to be tough, you're not even worried about how what somebody's size is. Real tough guys don't worry about how big somebody is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't walk around, you know what I'm saying, trying to be tough, but I don't worry about how big somebody is. I don't walk around and say, "Oh man, that guy is way bigger than me. I'm gonna bow down to that guy if he want to fight me." No, I don't bow down to no human flesh. Period. Point blank. I don't care how big, tall, rangy, how much muscle you got. I don't care about none of that stuff. But the Charlo brothers, they market themselves very well, man. They got a lot of people believing that they are really, really tough guys. I don't really think they're really, really tough guys, man. Because if you and Jared Hurd have words on social media and it got to the point to where it got to, when y'all see each other, the first thing you say is, "Let's take a picture." Come on, man. And then the other Charlo brother, him and Danny Jacobs got onto it. See both of these brothers got a history of getting into it with somebody on social media. Then when they see him in person, it's different. When Danny Jacobs approached the bigger Charlo brother, and he was talking about what you say on social media. He said, "Now I'm right here." That Charlo brother stepped down. He took a step down mentally. Danny Jacobs was about that. He seen in Danny Jacobs' eyes that he was about that. See, some people say they're about that. You got to be kind of careful with people just keep on boistering and talking about they're about this, they're about that. Usually, they're not. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've seen so many people talk to their blue in the face about they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that, and then when it's time to actually do something, no, they're not about that. So I don't think the Charlos is about what they say they're about. I'm not saying they're soft by no means, but I'm saying that they not what everybody are portraying that they are. They both can fight though. Pretty good fighters, man. And both of them have potential of being great fighters. But they have to prove it. I love watching her fight, but he's a human puncher bag. I do not think he'll be fighting. Oh yeah, yeah. Jared Hurd's style is not a style that ages very well. I like the Charlo. they bring personality, but they always go 12 rounds versus contenders. Yeah, the Charlo brothers, they do bring personality. You need personalities in boxing, man. Like you need the Adrian Broners, you need the roller coaster up and down potential car crashes like Adrian Broner. You know what I'm saying? You need those type of personalities in boxing. Yeah, I don't want everybody to be stoic. I don't want everybody some people not to talk. Yeah, so yeah, you need that. You know what I'm saying? But they have to actually if you're gonna have that the persona that the Charlo brothers have, you have to win. You have to get in the ring and win because then it's just a lot of hot air. If you won't get in there and prove it against other fighters that people perceive as being good or great fighters, if you don't prove it versus those guys, then it becomes hot air. Then people stop listening to you. People stop taking you serious, and then you become a character of yourself. You don't want to be a character of yourself. You don't want people to laugh at you. You want people to laugh with you. It's different when people laugh at you. You know what I'm saying? People are laughing at Adrian Broner now. People used to laugh with Adrian Broner. Now they laughing at Adrian Broner because he's become a character of himself. Because he didn't handle his business in the ring. So you have now, being boisterous, having personality. That's one side, but the other half is you got to go in the ring and prove it. We all know that. AB the 144 pound champ. Like he had a nerve to say he's the 144 pound champion. Like okay, so what does that mean? What does that mean? So when you lose at 144, then you're gonna go to 145, and then you're gonna say you're the 145 pound champion. Come on, man, just stop it. Just stop it, man. But I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I'm tired. I'm still tired from yesterday, man. I had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and go to work after I watched that fight yesterday. They had all those the Jamie guy. What y'all think about I don't know his I can't pronounce that man last name, but Jamie, he fought well. David Lemieux got the first round knockout. I would like to see them two guys fight. Jamie Maglum, whatever his name is. I hate messing up the young man's name, but he's only 21 years old. But he got a belt already. So look, it's the same thing with Tank Davis. When Tank Davis was 21 and he had that belt, I don't care how old you are. Once you hold a title, you obligated to fight other people that got titles, man, and you obligated to fight other really good challengers. Yeah, that's good on Davis. David versus yeah. That'd be a good fight. That'd be a good fight. That'd be a real good fight. But yeah, man, McNamara versus her would be yeah. That'd be a war, man. That'd be a war. But the young kid, he's only 21 years old. I mean, he's a big 154. You know what I'm saying? He probably should be moving up to 160. So we'll just have to see, man. We'll just have to see. But let me know. Tomorrow I'll be back. I'll be back with another one tomorrow, man. I'll be back with another one, and you know what I'm saying. We can chop it up some more tomorrow. But I gotta get up early in the morning for work, man. Hey, thank y'all for coming in. Hey, tomorrow or one of these days, man, I'm gonna get one of y'all, start bringing y'all in, man, and we can discuss it on, you know what I'm saying, on the live. We can just get some discussions in. Send y'all a couple links, man, so we can get some discussions in. I would like to. I like chopping it up about boxing, man. I talk about a lot of sports, though. You know what I'm saying? I talk about a lot of different sports. I just don't talk about boxing. I talk about basketball, football. I talk about anything, man. I love sports. So, uh, any any of y'all like football up in here? And who's y'all favorite football team? The Bears, my favorite football team. Even though we dropped that 20-point lead to the Packers, but hey, we always get our butt kicked by the Packers. Ever since I've been watching football, you know what I'm saying? I seen the '85 Super Bowl. I was 9 years old. But who's y'all favorite football team before I get up out of here? Do we have any Eagle fans in here? Any Patriot fans? Any Steeler fans? Atlanta fan, what's up? Atlanta. Y'all let that Super Bowl go versus the Patriots, man. Why y'all ain't just run that football, man? Atlanta should have ran that football. They would have won that Super Bowl, man. I remember seeing the score of the football, man. Football score the Super Bowl, man. I went to sleep. I thought Atlanta was gonna win. I hope you guys beat the Seattle Chickens tomorrow. Oh yeah. Hopefully. We should have beat the Packers, man. But that's a story of my life with the Packers. I'm gonna tell y'all a story, man. I was 13 years old, and it was on Halloween. The Bears happened to play on Halloween that day, and my mama asked me, "Do you want to go trick or treating, or you want to stay and watch the Bears?" I said, that's no question. I'm gonna stay in the house and watch the Bears, right? Now this is when Brett Favre was the quarterback, and we had a decent team. I thought we had a great chance of winning the game. Man, we got beat 30 to 3 or 36 to 3. Man, I was so pissed off, man. I was like, I stayed in the house for this. I could have went out and got me a lot of candy. I stayed in the house to watch this team get trounced. And I remember my sisters and them came in. They was like, "Who won the game?" I was like, "The Packers won 33 to 3." I think it was 33 to 3, something like that. It was a blowout. It was bad. And they was like, you stayed in the house. Now you ain't got no candy, and your Bears lost, man. I was so heated, man. Y'all don't know how heated I was, man. I was heated. Back then, I used to get heated when the Bears lost and the Bulls lost. I have to pay 50 tomorrow at work because I had GG, but it was a great. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a great duel, man. That was a great fight, man. Give both of those guys a round of applause, man. Those guys showed a lot of heart. Those guys showed tremendous chins, and they showed a great technical but busy fight, doing a lot of hard shots. That's all we can ask for as boxing supporters, is those type of matchups. I'm all for it. But I'm out of here, y'all. I'll be back tomorrow with another one.